let's talk about the Nigeria Professional Football League. Now, let's go to Jos. Kennedy Boboye is standing by to be part of the show. Good morning, Coach. Welcome to the program.
Good morning.
Coach, good to have you. And then I see the beautiful run you're having with Plateau United. 5 games, 4 wins, 1 draw. What's the formula?
It's just about hard work. We've just had a discussion with the team, with the players, that we have 5 games unbeaten. After that, it's done and dusted. We think of the next 5 games to play.
The next 5 games. And in these 5 games you have played, tell me the one that was difficult for you and your team, yet you managed to pull out a win. Hello, Coach.
Yeah, that was one in Gombe.
In these 5 games you have played, I want to know the game that was difficult for Plateau United and somehow you still managed to win.
I think it's the one against Abia Warriors. It was a tough one, and I think they came giving us a very good fight last week Sunday. But we give thanks to God, we clinched our 3 points. That is the most important thing.
And your captain and this new form he has found in scoring free kicks. Tell us about him.
It's what he has been doing in training. After training sections, he stays behind, improve on his free kicks method, you know, and I think it has been paying him good.
Okay, Coach, I mean, you're starting to have this reputation of being a fast starter, then after a while, your teams, you know, just tail off a bit. I mean, this time around, you started really fast again with Plateau United. I mean, what are you doing differently to sustain the momentum?
Yeah, if you know me, you know I'm somebody that does not like talking about the past, because I worked with Sunshine, and towards the end of the league, I think the chairman of the club messed it up. The same thing happened in Abia Warriors. I think it's my first time I'm opening up saying these things, because if you look at Abia Warriors pitch, I think it's one of the worst pitch in the league. And I try to let them know that on this, in a surface like this, we can't have a good play. Why don't we move to Calabar, where they don't have a Premiership side, so continue? They said no. And I saw it coming that if I continue like this, it's going to tarnish my image. So I decided to resign and go my own way.
Okay, we're going to have a break and then the league will resume again. What should we expect from Plateau United when the league comes back? Hello, Coach.
Yeah?
We're going to have a break. What should we be expecting from Plateau United when the league returns?
We'll just keep on working hard, gather our points anywhere, we'll step our feet to play our games. That is just the most important thing.
Kennedy Boboye, thank you so much for speaking to us on Sports this morning. I want to wish you and your team all the best. Thank you. Kennedy Boboye is the coach of Plateau United. They are the table leaders in the Nigeria Professional Football League at the moment. And Tayo, I think it's about a conducive environment.
I mean, that's what it said. I mean, it's mentioned 2 examples, Sunshine Stars and Abia Warriors, and we all know how the season ended for those 2 sides. It's very interesting to see he's trying to absolve himself of any blame there, you know, which is normal, right? You don't want to take the blame for when things are not going right. But he's made a very valid point. It's very important to have a conducive environment for professional footballers. That's when they get to give their best. And
let's put out a word again on that Abia Warriors pitch. It didn't. You know, you have to say it as it is. I mean, the pitch is not good, and particularly if you're a coach that has a style and you want your players playing a particular way, and then the pitch is the barrier, that can be frustrating.
Yeah, of course it can. Of course. I mean, we see when you play on bad pitches, it's very hard to express yourself as a footballer. So you can understand the complaints. Hopefully, things are different in Plateau United. He hasn't, you know, had any complaints thus far. So we'll see how it pans out at the end of the season. But it's still a very long way to go. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
That's right.
It's just 5 games. We've seen teams lead after 10 games.
And then it's still trade away.
Exactly.
Don't even tell me of some teams in England.
Struggle against relegation.
I know.
Yeah, so it's still very early days. But it's always good to start fast. And that's exactly what Plateau United have done. So we'll see how it ends up for them.
They're top on the table with 13 points. And at the moment still unbeaten. unbeaten.
Still unbeaten.
Let's see what they can give to us. Let's use this moment in time now and talk about transfer deadline day. Tayo, who is moving? Who is staying? Who wants Cesc Fabregas?
Wow. Okay, well, let's leave Fabregas aside now. Let's talk about Nigeria's Odion Ighalo. Odion Ighalo has had a very underwhelming season for Watford. Scored only 2 goals, just one in the Premier League, compared to last year when he was on fire. When a lot of clubs were after him. It looks like his time has come to an end now at Watford because, according to reports, very good sources that say Watford have agreed a deal with the Chinese side, Changchun Yatai. They've agreed a fee of £20 million for Odion Ighalo. And the question that comes to you straight away is it time for Odion at 27 to go and play in China?
No.
Straight up.
No.
Well, you said no. And I've asked other people and they say yes. Go make your money and secure your future. But I think I'm going to go with you, Austin, for a player that is the leading, leading man in the Super Eagles attack. Going to China at 27 might just be too early. That's my own opinion. And the story coming out of that particular situation is West Brom as well too. They are not giving up on trying to sign Odion Ighalo because they want him as well too. But there's the problem with meeting the valuation of Watford. That's on the transfer fee. It's all about the money. Exactly. So it's a very tricky situation. Odion unfortunately doesn't have a lot of time now because everything ends by 12 midnight. So he's got to make that decision. It's either he goes to China or perhaps West Brom or stays in Watford. If he stays in Watford, it's going to be very difficult because they keep signing strikers. It doesn't seem to be in favor with the cold water, Masari. And it's going to be a very difficult one for Odion Ighalo. But we wish him all the best and hopefully he can make the right decision. Other players that are looking to move, Moussa Dembele, we are Chelsea interested in him. He's a Celtic player, very good, young. He's going to be a backup for Diego Costa, but we are Celtic are not interested in that deal unless they get about £40 million for Moussa Dembele. Branislav Ivanovic, we talked about him earlier. It looks like his time as a Chelsea player is coming to an end. What goes up must come down. Every good thing always ends. And Zenit looks like the next destination for Branislav Ivanovic. Ochoa, your guy.
Yes. I love Leonardo a lot. And I don't like what Leicester City
did to him, right?
This Leicester City everyone is talking about, these guys started this campaign.
Before they became champions, right? When they struggled to avoid relegation.
It was the one on fire. It was always stepping up. It was the clutch for them.
I agree, but you know how it is, Austin. It's football. These things happen. Leicester so far have refused to sell him. He wants to go. He's not getting any game time.
Let me go.
As a Leicester player. Let him go. And he's been linked with, we hear, Alaves in Spain. They've submitted a bid. Leicester rejected it. I mean, you wonder why they've done that. You imagine it's all about money because they want more, and that's why they don't want that deal. Sunderland as well too. They want Ochoa, but West Ham rejected, Leicester rejected that bid as well too because they don't want to sell to our Premier League rivals. You can understand that, but clubs are likely to be
frustrating my guy. You're not playing him. You don't want him to go. He has to go. He has a career and he's a fine player. I think he's a decent striker. Knows when to be in the box, knows how to take his chances. And his positioning is good. So let him go if you're not playing him. What a story. Transfer deadline, they will continue to monitor. As Tayo said, 12 midnight, it's all over. Will Odion Ighalo stay in England? Is he going to China to join his brother John Mikel Obi? There's so much to talk about that one. So you come to Twitter. Social media is the place to be. Talk to us. Let's go on a quick break now. When we come back, Toby Emmanuel will be joining us. Don't go anywhere. Stay.